In a stunning display of hypocrisy, President Biden reversed course on the border wall this week. I can't wait to hear the "Build That Wall" chant at the Biden rallies, if they have them. With Mayorkas admitting, quote, there is presently an acute and immediate need to construct physical barriers. And yesterday, President Biden insisted that when it comes to funding the border wall, legally, his hands are tied.
Money was appropriated for the border wall. I tried to get them to reappropriate, to redirect that money. They didn't, they wouldn't. And in the meantime, there's nothing under the law other than they have to use the money for what it was appropriated. I can't stop that.
He left none other than Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre to drive home the message, risky. And she sure did, because she appeared to have just one talking point in her binder.
Now we're complying by the law. We have to comply 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 by law to get this done. You want us to break the law? Is that what you want? You want us to not comply with the law? We have to comply by the law. We're following the law here. It's as simple as that. We are following the law.
Those were all separate, unique times, and there were more. But wait, when she was pressed on exactly what law they were complying with, she didn't have an answer.
What specific law would the administration be breaking if funds appropriated for the border wall are not used?
Well, look, I'm not going to speak to the law. I would have to refer you to Department of Justice. I'm not a lawyer.
When you go to the DOJ to get the answer for the press. Joining me now is Chad Wolf, former acting DHS secretary during the Trump administration. Chad, what did you think when your successor, Mayorkas, all of a sudden found an acute need for the very wall you were trying to build alongside former President Trump?
Well, Kelly, it's a stunning reversal, and I think it's an embarrassment for this administration. They spent the last 3 years trying to convince the American people that the wall is ineffective, that it's bigoted, it's racist, and all the other terms that they called the wall at the end of the day. Just to address the point, you know, it's one thing for Congress to pass a law to say that you must use these funds to build a wall. That's fine. We know the Biden administration really doesn't care what Congress thinks. But what the Congress doesn't tell you to do is to waive 26 environmental laws like they did, like Secretary Mayorkas did, and put that in a Federal Register notice, 6 pages, to say an acute and immediate need to build border wall in South Texas, and then try to tell the American people his comments and his words were taken out of context. No one took them out of context. They're in the Federal Register. It's very clear what their need is, and they cite the August apprehension numbers along the border as proof that they need to waive these environmental laws. So, look, they're trying to have it both ways. They say they're not a fan of the wall, but then Secretary Mayorkas is trying to build the wall as quickly as he can.
And for an administration that's so keen on, you know, we enforce the law, we comply with the law, we don't want to break the law, it seems to me there is a law against illegally entering the country, and they're breaking that law every day.
Every single day. Every single day they're not enforcing immigration law and border security law along that border, not letting ICE agents do their job and to remove individuals. I think it's been pretty clear and documented the unlawful acts such as paroling individuals into the country that this administration has done over the last 2.5 years. And look, the list goes on and on and on. It's clear that this administration's border security strategy also is a complete and utter failure. And you just have to look at whether they're trying to build border wall, they're paroling individuals in, they're trying to remove Venezuelans. It's all over the map. There is no rhyme or reason to their strategy. And it's like we've got the junior varsity team on the playing field, and they're really struggling on what to do.
Well, I'm just glad KJP lost the talking point about heavy winds causing walls to be ineffective. That one wasn't passing the smell test. Chad, I wish you were still in that role. Maybe you'll be in it again. Thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.